Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Due to a relatively bad sleeping schedule, I managed to get nearly a full night's of sleep by about 8 o'clock this evening, or yesterday as you might call it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning right now, which is a great time to be playing scary games, I think. Anyway, so what we are going to do, I gotta turn down that a little bit, it's kind of loud actually, is we're going to continue from where my last decision point was. And luckily I should be able to use the skip feature to get to there a little bit quicker. Alright, welcome back to the world of jellyfish. Last time we had no choice but to run through. But instead I'm kind of curious, what happens if we can't think of anything? I'm pretty sure we get slowly filled up in a room full of jellyfish, which doesn't seem ideal. However, maybe we won't run straight into a man of war. We'll see. No, I can't think of anything. I'm becoming panicked. If I don't calm down, with my thoughts swirling around so frantically, I'm getting even more confused. It's a vicious cycle. My sandals are getting dirty. Are they? They're kind of getting wet. It isn't the first thing that occurs to me, but regardless, it's my only clear thought. The puddles of water are gradually drawing closer, and I can't feel anything from the strange jellyfish. I feel my heartbeat speed up as my chest starts to hurt from nervousness. At this point, I have to run through without worrying about my sandals. Though they are sandals, the soles are strong. As long as the jellyfish don't jump, I probably won't get stung. Or as long as you don't do something like trip. Little by little, the safe spots are disappearing. I tightly pull my legs together, which makes me stagger. Kia! I let out a small scream and tighten up a bit. With nothing behind me to lean against, I'm just about cornered. I wonder if I'll die of jellyfish poison. Rocked by waves of blended nervousness and fear, I carelessly entertain that line of thinking. The meter gauging my fear must be in full tilt. I think with cool self-depreciation. You, from earlier. Huh? Oh hey, it's just me. I just happened to be wandering through the bad section of the jellyfish-filled area. The sudden yelp confuses me. Upon looking in the direction of the voice, I see that the door has been thrown open, and a man is standing there. Shoot, why are your feet exposed? It can't be helped. That is definitely Hiyoshi-san. The man we had called names is now gently removing his shoes and tossing them over to me. My mind races as I catch them. These are thick-soled boots. Put those on and make your way over here. All the jellyfish floating there have deadly poison. Be careful. I take off my sandals and put my feet into his boots just as he tells me to. The size doesn't fit at all and they're way too big, but not so big I can't walk in them. I cautiously take a step and, confirming it's alright, take my second and third steps towards him with my sandals in one hand. Thank you very much. You can thank me later. For now, just don't look around. Just come towards me. I know my breathing is increasingly rough and I get a little embarrassed. However, knowing some concessions will have to be made, I walk through the water and over the jellyfish. When I step on a jellyfish, I feel the squishing sensation through the shoes and shudder. There are shards of glass in the puddles, and that makes me want to thank Hiyoshi-san for being considerate enough to lend me such strong shoes. I can walk the remaining meter. Hiyoshi-san seems fairly close. Adjusting my breathing, I carefully take the remaining 3 steps. Ah! There's no mistake in my carelessness. I have overlooked a transparent jellyfish at my feet. Even though I can't see it, I can clearly feel it. And the baggy boots I'm wearing throw off my balance. At this rate, I'll end up on my butt. If I fall now, all the help I received will be for nothing. And then my clothes will get wet. Watch out! However, my body is supported by some strength that pulls me back. Hiyoshi-san's right hand has grabbed onto my left wrist. It was a close one. Just like that, I had been pulled out of the room with the broken tanks. As soon as I was out of danger, Hiyoshi gave a mighty pull and shut the fire door. Ah, much better. Now we're not in a room full of deadly jellyfish. This is in front of the souvenir stand. More importantly, why are you here? Yoshi-san steadies me against the wall in front of the souvenir stand. The terror from a moment ago hasn't escaped through the heavy, dark gray emergency door. Isn't this Manton Aquarium? Besides, before I met up with you, Hiyoshi-san, there was so much... Hiyoshi-san just stares at me in my flustered state. Alright, calm down, Mayu-chan. A wry grin appears on Hiyoshi-san's face, and he motions in front of the souvenir stand before sitting down. Today I have nothing but bad memories in relation to the floor, so I merely lean against the wall. The gacha machines are still there, but the whole lineup is new and I don't know a single one of the products. Well, that's nice. We survived for yet another point of time where we'll probably die again. Considering the sheer number of bad ends, I'm sure it'll happen soon. Well then, have you calmed down a bit? Yes, thank you very much, Yoshi-san. Yeah, I'm glad. And you can call me by my first name. I don't really care about who's older and who's younger. What a choice. The illusion of choice, moreover. Yet I notice now that the bars aren't red anymore. You know, kind of signifying that we're not in immediate mortal danger. What is it you know about this aquarium, Hiyoshi-san? Geez, I told you can call me by my given name. That wry grin appears again, but there's nothing I can do. I have some hesitation about actually calling an older guy by his given name, and I've only heard his name once, so I don't really remember it. After that, Hiyoshi-san makes a serious face. I think of him as a light-hearted person, but as his mouth straightens, his face seems very focused. Well, it's fine. At any rate, there's only one thing I know. This is Manton Aquarium, but it is not Manton Aquarium. It's not Manton Aquarium? Something like that. I don't know the principle or the cause behind it, but this Manton Aquarium is on a distinct time axis from the one you and I visited earlier. Mayu-chan, that's what I think. I can't think of it as anything else. It's kind of giving me... I didn't play through the whole thing, or I didn't actually play any of it, I only watched a video of it. But it's reminding me ever so slightly of Corpse Party. Just a little bit. Not nearly as bloody and gruesome, but, you know, a little bit. A different time? Whether past or present, you could even call it a parallel world, Hiyoshi-san adds. I can't understand what he's saying. Not in the least. How do you know this, Hiyoshi-san? That is... Hiyoshi-san mumbles and snorts. He looks my way and smiles bitterly. Mayu-chan, didn't you meet any friends or acquaintances from long ago? Huh? On the contrary, you didn't see any staff or other customers, did you? His words seem very enlightened. I couldn't think of a single thing, after all. I had just come from that experience firsthand. However, there was something that bothered me as well. Hiyoshi-san had said long ago, Mari who hadn't changed since that day, but then why... I don't get it, that bit about long ago. Therefore I rejected it. In doing so, I could affirm the fact that I had reunited with Mari. Is that so? It seems I said something a bit strange then. As he looks away and says this, I have no response for him. Staying like that for a moment, Kiyoshi-san says, "By the way," and continues speaking. "I think what caused the glass in the jellyfish tank to rupture was an expansion of gas from something within that tank. So the gas expanded and ruptured the tank from within? If we're thinking about the cause, right, since there's no staff in a space-time distortion, then it's not strange for the oxygen modulator here to break down." The what? The oxygen modulator? Then it wasn't the work of ghosts. To my murmuring, he had no answer. Even if we have to force ourselves, we should think positively, right? For us to have come here and there to be ghosts, it's not something I can take. Can we get back to our original time axis or something like it? We can get back, definitely. Hiyoshi-san asserts decisively, without looking me in the eye. Once again, he starts the next topic with a quick, "By the way, that girl that was with you, the one who seemed into the occult and stuff, what happened to her?" "You mean Himeno?" Yeah, Himeno-chan. Weren't you together?" I inflate my cheeks without thinking about it. When he notices, I become embarrassed and look down. I rest my hands on my knees and, moving them up and down, I say, "I don't know." "Ah, you're a pretty easy read, Mayu-chan. Got into an argument, did you?" "It has nothing to do with you, Hiyoshi-san. Still, you do get that there's something foul about this aquarium, right? Mayu-chan, you experienced that yourself." At his words, a pang of pain surges through my chest. That room with the rotten corpses, the sudden cracking of the tank at the jellyfish booth. When I think that the same accidents could happen to Himeno, I instinctively leap up. Speaking with honesty, I have no desire to see Himeno's face. But knowing that the whole aquarium is dangerous, I can't calm down. What if imagining possibilities alone makes me want to cry? Wait a second. Mayu-chan, you must be tired from all that's happened. Moving quicker than I do, Hiyoshi-san's hand holds me back. I'll go look for Himeno-chan for you. I'm more knowledgeable about this place. You wait here. As he says this, Hiyoshi-san gives a thumbs up. It was a mystery to me. We had only just met today and had an inconsequential conversation. So I wondered why he had come to rescue me. He was even showing concern for Himeno. He was supposedly a total stranger, so why... Without hearing my response, he starts walking away from where the jellyfish booth was. His face and profile makes me feel very reassured. Once again, we have red text, which is making me nervous, thinking we're about, seconds from death now. See, I'm hoping we aren't saying I'll go and he won't go. I want to go with him, because he seems pretty smart, and like we won't die with him. Please wait, I'll go. Somehow moving my heavy legs, I follow behind Hiyoshi-san. It would have been easier to leave it to Hiyoshi-san. However, Himeno is my best friend. Though I can't believe we had fought, that reality can't be changed. So I want to go get her. Since the souvenir shop is near the entrance, Hiyoshi-san heads towards the closest tunnel tank. If Himeno is still in the building, then we need to look everywhere for her. I'm able to catch up with Hiyoshi-san before he enters the tunnel. I'm going too. Huh? Mayu-chan? I told you to wait there for me. I can't do that, because Himeno is my friend. On hearing what I said, Hiyoshi-san gives me a patronizing look while grinning at me. Looking into the tunnel from the outside, I realize it hasn't changed from the Manton aquarium I had seen earlier that day. Large fish like manta rays and sharks swim about. This is the tunnel tank. If you two went in order earlier, then shouldn't we start with the first exhibit? I nod, as what Hiyoshi-san said is right. He adds, right, and walks on. I notice something there and pull him back. Look, over there! I say as I point to an area nearby that's visible from the entrance. As the silhouette becomes clearer on closer observation, I become frightened. Something hops freely from side to side. It bounces about the tunnel numerous times, then stops itself. After bouncing up and down on the floor several times, it ceases to move, completely exhausted. Straining my eyes from far away, I can see that it is a fish. From what I can see from 10 meters away, it has sharp fangs and a body as thin as a rail. That might be a cutlass fish. Hiyoshi-san mutters this, having laid eyes on the same thing I had. Still, fish aren't creatures that can hop up and down around a room like that. Oh, yeah, that sounds like something I don't want to mess with. At any rate, let's head inside. I suggest to him. Guess we should. It would be good to get a look at something like... Bleh. I never got to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Huh? It all took place in a matter of seconds, leaving me unable to make sense of what had happened. However, I gradually realized what was unfolding before my eyes. Bleh. From Hiyoshi-san's neck up, I could see through to the tank. I didn't understand what I was seeing. In other words, his head was no longer where it should have been. Having lost a piece of himself so valuable to the human body, he collapsed slowly on the spot. From there, he never moved again. Except his stupid neck kept spurting out blood, soaking up the blue lighting. His reddish-black blood spread across the floor. Oh god. Oh god, that's bad. Yeah, there we go. There's the scream. I was looking for that scream. My vocal cords are splitting. That's how you get your head in the game, Hiyoshi-san. Why? How had he gotten like this? What could have happened to have left him in this state? Hiyoshi-san's head tumbles across the ground and catches my eye. His eyes are wide and his pupils dilated. The grin I had seen hours earlier still spread across his face. There are marks at the nape of his neck as if his head had been bitten clean off. Hiyoshi-san, I intended to run. I intended to run and leave the dead Hiyoshi-san. Whatever left those bike marks was still nearby. But I couldn't do it. Because now my neck was split too. It hurts. The area below my knees had become pitch black. My boots. Mom. There was no pain. Only the visualization of pain running through my mind. In spite of losing my legs, I can't actually feel the pain. Of course not. That body of mine has lost its legs. I'm watching it from a separate place. The subjective point of view would have been impossible while I was alive. My head was already just like Hiyoshi-san's, just rolling around on the floor. The cold temperature of my blood. That was the last thing I felt. Oh, the picture's moving. That was disturbing. Right before I lose consciousness, I see its unbelievably true form through the wavy mist of my fading vision. With the many fangs and a giant body, it was a fish. So what, fish are coming out of the tank now and stabbing people? Decapitation too. I knew we shouldn't have investigated that fish. I just thought maybe we should have investigated it a little, like, not investigated it faster. Oh, look at Chibi Hiyoshi-san. That's alright. Get your head in the game. Gotta play the game, Hiyoshi-san. Yeah, let's continue from there. I got some more time. Let's continue from there. We can see if we can get another ending or so.